Hello.
Hola.
Happy Saturday. I'm wearing a different hat than what I usually wear. I got this hat like a year ago, and it's kind of expensive, and I like it. So I decided I was going to wear it from Boston Scally Company. I got an Amazon gift card. That's why I own it. Broke it. But I do want to get more. It's like a $200 one that Stetson sells. That's lambskin.
Yeah.
Makes my Irish heart very happy. But no money. But that's okay. Hopefully everybody has had a good Saturday. We ran a bunch of errands as we typically do on most Saturdays.
Yep.
But it was fun.
Yes, you are, Justin. You are the first one here. So welcome.
Welcome, Justin.
I was going to say, we also found something interesting today. Called,
What's up, Cheeto?
hey, Cheeto. Hop water, which is just, it's non-alcoholic sparkling water that is supposed to be flavored like hops.
It was a mind fuck. So we found it at Aldi, and we haven't really talked about it on here, but with this is not really like New Year, New Me, because I started doing it last month. But I noticed that on the weekends, we were getting into the bad habit, the slippery slope, if you will, of like, hey, it's Friday, let's drink. Hey, it's Saturday, let's drink. Oh, Sunday's here. And I felt like dog shit. And I did that for like 10 years. And I was like, I need to take a step back and reevaluate this relationship. Make sure if this is something that I really want to be in and work on me, and then we'll see what happens. And so I decided I decided before we went out for our anniversary dinner, but I decided that December the 9th was going to be my last drink for a while. And so I'm coming up on tomorrow will be day 28 of no alcohol. So we've been trying some different things to see if like with some people it's easier if you like substitute it with something that's close-ish. Some people just completely have to stay away from it. We ended up the weekend after I decided that I was done for a while. We ended up going to a winery, and like
It was my birthday weekend.
yeah, it was her birthday weekend. I have no issues with it, but she was like, "Hey, thanks, man." And I'll explain where I'm coming from in a second. But like, we went into the winery, and like, I am a Pinot Grigio guy. I like dry whites. That's where I settle in, and it makes you thirsty as you drink it, so you drink more.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, they taste delicious. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna order this flight of wines," and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." And so she did, and they all smelled amazing because, like, with being a chef and working in kitchens and stuff, like my nose picks up on a lot of notes really, really well. And she was like, "Oh, we have this white wine that's like a Pinot Grigio, but it's got lemongrass in it and other notes." And I was like, "Is there any way I could just smell it?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And she put it in front of me, and I smelled it. I was like, she had the flight, and I think you had 2 glasses of wine after that.
Yeah.
I had mulled cider, and it was delicious. And so now I have an obsession with mulled cider. And we drink more coffee now and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
what's up, Apex?
Hey, Apex.
Thank you for joining us. And also, thanks again for so much love last weekend. That was amazing. I'm nobody. So to have some people that are doing some great things in the community and pretty well known to be like, "Oh, hey, fellow Tennessean, look at all of this stuff." Like, it was really cool.
Hey,
I appreciate it. B&W, what's up, man? I got to get your knife out. We suck at shipping.
Yeah.
Also a free knife.
I'll probably get it out this week.
But so yeah, between like it just being a habit and with autism, Like, I was just straight up dopamine mining or dopamine farming. That's all I was doing. Like, I typically don't drink during the week, so it's not like I was like, "Oh my god, it's Friday!" Or so usually I would drink whiskey on Thursdays, beer on Fridays, and vodka. Different story for a different time. It wasn't like I was just like, "Oh my god, I gotta have it." It was just I'm I'm an all or nothing type person, and that's because of the autism. So it wasn't like, "Oh, hey, I'm in my late 30s. I'm gonna have a glass of wine, or I'm gonna have maybe a glass of whiskey." It was, "I'm gonna drink this whole bottle and hopefully I don't die." And that's not good. So, took a step back, reevaluated the relationship, um, and kind of got over the fear of, like, not having it. Um, and I've been going through therapy and stuff like that too. So like I've learned a lot about myself and habits and why I do the things I do. And also there's been other things going on, not really health issues, but like so we just decided it was a good idea to figure things out. So I'm gonna go till February the 1st, and then I'm going to try my hand at moderation and keep a strict handle on what I consume and what I don't consume. Because I'm gonna be honest, not having hangovers has been pretty great.
Mhm.
I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish in this year, next year, the year after that, especially with Black Star and the knives. And I don't have the time at 37 years old to waste 2 to 3 days a week because I feel like shit. I don't. I'm not getting any younger. And whoa,
Oh, she
why
was
are you yelling at us?
yelling at Ruby.
Jesus.
Our
So
cat was yelling.
just trying to develop better habits that I should have developed like 15 years ago and move on and try and do good things and big things and like a newborn baby being slapped in the ass, make something of myself.
And I'll just if you don't care, I'll just tell everybody. So one of the other reasons why we decided to reevaluate this is because we are trying to have a baby. Um, but we have been having to go to a fertility doctor. So that has its own set of challenges for sure.
Y'all didn't realize that it was going to be like deep personal shit tonight.
I was like, yeah, I'll just tell everybody, whatever. We're all family here.
I didn't know it was going to be deep personal shit tonight. So I'm just as surprised as you are. You said it, drinking after 30 just didn't work for me. I still do it from time to time, but God, I pay for it now. One good delirium can break my entire next day. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm a bigger guy. I have a and I'm sorry that I'm interrupting you. I'm not trying to. I'm a bigger guy. I have a high tolerance. I'm very Scottish, very Irish. I can put down a bottle of whiskey, but I pay for it. And hangovers are not as easy to get over as they used to.
No.
It's like you you have that first day to where you just feel like absolute dog shit, and then the next day you feel like you just feel off. Like you're still tired, your body's recouping from the hangover.
Yeah, it's like recovering from minor surgery
It's
now.
weird. It's really weird. Oh yeah, Chris, self improvement is always good. I still stepped away from the soft few years ago, and it's been good. Staying here, no more drinking for me. Hangover for 3 days is no good. No, no, absolutely not.
Apex said congrats on the future edition. Yeah, we don't. It's not.
Hopefully,
we don't have anything
hopefully.
yet. I'm not pregnant or
Not
anything
yet.
yet. But yeah. So
We were kind of wondering before last week, and then
Yeah.
Aunt Flo showed up, and we're like, oh well, we'll try again.
so having to go back and forth to doctor's appointments and all
Yeah.
of that fun stuff, like, and probably more will
Yeah.
be in our future this year. With all of that, so
Also, not that alcohol has really gotten more expensive. I mean, it's gone up a little bit, but not as far as like the inflation that everything else has hit. We don't really have the money for it.
no.
We gotta eat and pay for other shit. So it's like, well, exactly, Justin. That's the fun part. And then she's gonna go, oh hey, by the way, and I'm gonna be like, fuck, shit, fuck, for the next 10 months. Actually, probably for the next 18 years. But
Yeah.
Coke is always more expensive the next day than it was Shenanigans. Yeah. Those bills when they come due, you're like, oh, I spent how much last night? I've been there with drinking. Like, go to the bar, get our bill. Holy crap! And then you look at everything, and you're like, oh yeah, I drank that.
Yep.
All right. Here you go. But it was amazing because we went out to eat. It was the week of your birthday.
Yeah.
And normally, like, we go out to a restaurant, I'll have a couple beers, may have a beer and a whiskey. Usually have a whiskey after I eat, use it as a digestive.
I would have a drink.
You
as
would have
well.
a drink or two,
Yeah.
and then our meal and everything, and it would be like $80, $100. And we're like, damn, our bill was $40. And we're like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Hurry back.
Yeah. So I was like, shit, like we've been spending so much money on like anytime we go out to eat, and then if we, get beer to drink at home or whatever, and like it's just,
Liquor, like
yeah.
we were spending a lot of money, but that wasn't even the big thing. The biggest thing is like I don't want to have all the health problems that come with it in 5 to 10 years.
Now we've just been buying we have been buying bougie healthy sodas like the Olipop sodas.
Prebiotic sodas. They're actually pretty freaking good.
The Olipop and the Poppy.
And sodas. I typically don't drink sodas. So.
And then we bought this hop water to try it. So I've just been like, we're just
being bougie.
We're spending our money on bougie other drinks, non-alcoholic. But that's
fine. The hop water was
I'm drinking it right now.
Absolute mind fuck.
It's pretty good. It tastes like Sprite, but without the sugar.
No sugar. And so you think hop water, I have an extensive knowledge of beers and drinking it for a long time. I really liked when like craft IPAs like came out. And I still, even though that got insanely expensive, which is the reason why I swapped back to Coors. But like really good craft IPA, delicious. Citra, Mosaic hops, like. And so hop water, I was like, okay, well, it's carbonated water and hops. Wonder if it's going to taste like weed. Hops and weed, they're cousins. And it was like, and hop flavor. And I was like, huh. But no, it tastes like Sprite. And I'm like, that was not expected at all. But it was pretty good. I know. We started off doing shenanigans, and it turned into hard truths and introspection. So we're just ripping open our hearts for the world to see.
I just feel like I had to give everybody the whole story.
I had a question. What are your thoughts, Chris, on reasons the cutting edge of 35 VN chipping while carving ebony? A, ebony is a hard wood. B, S35 VN should not chip if the heat treat was done properly. It seems to me, now granted, I don't know much, but it seems to me like they kind of fluffed on the tempering. Because if it's chipping, that means that blade's still incredibly hard, and I would dare to say that if you had the hardness tested on it, you would probably be in the high 60s. If I could take a wild guess, because I know nothing. Hey, great minds think alike, or just minds think alike. However you want to take it. Meant as a compliment. But yeah, so like originally, what I was telling my therapist, because I was like, look, I can't keep on doing this. Like, can't keep on going down the path that I'm going, and I'm tired of it. I was like, we're going to do dry January, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, why the fuck are we waiting? Let's just do it. find a machine for that as soon as I get a grinder. It's the first time I've ever had a problem with cold steel. Cold steel. Cold Steel, I love their stuff and I love their company. But if you go back and look at like a lot of forums and stuff, they've had a lot of issues with their blade steel heat treat, blah 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 blah. Billy, if I could recommend a cheaper option just to get you started until you got your sea legs underneath you, there is a file set that you can get from Amazon that's like $100. A lot cheaper than a hardness tester. And each one of those files is treated to a certain hardness. So you know if that file bites, your hardness is less than what that file says. So like a lot of people use it and be like, oh, 55 cuts right in. Okay. So I'm less than 55. Or if it like skates, okay, well, I'm higher than that. Gets you an idea to where you can get a little bit closer. I've been doing my own heat treat for so long that I just kind of have a range of I do this process and I do it over and over and over again. And when I do new, like not new steel, but when I get new steel in of the same type, I'll take one of the knives after I do heat treat and tempering and all that stuff, and I'll put a quick edge on it and I'll do some tests. I'll chop into a 4x4, try to bend a penny, cut cardboard, and then I look at my edge to see if I've got any glinting or chips or rolls. And if it survives all that, I'm happy. I'm good. But when you go to ask me at a show, like, well, what's your hardness? I'm going to be like, it's between 60 and 63. But I've got a buddy of mine that actually has a hardness tester. I just have yet to take one of my knives down there and to test it. So I knew exactly what it was. But you'd be surprised how much like people are sticklers on that shit. Marilyn and Billy, I did a video this morning. I seen that, but they go up in increments of 5. Yes, they do, Billy. They do. So it's 65, 65, 60, 55, 50, 45, I think, is the set. Man, I have a computer right in front of me. Why not just go to Amazon and look it up? Oh no. But yeah, so I told my therapist, I was like, why the hell am I waiting until January? Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm done. And she was like, yeah, go for it. That's awesome. And so I have my first meeting with her on Monday, and I haven't seen her in like 3 weeks. And I'm sure she's gonna be like, how's it going? It's weird, okay? That's how it's going. I don't know what to do with this new information. But no, it's going good. I feel a lot better.
So the guy that's teaching me heat treat 6 blades at a time.
What?
The guy that's teaching me heat treat 6 blades at a time.
And I know, but I feel like I missed a comment somewhere. Going to the rapist.
Hey T.
But he tests etch blade. The first blade quenched versus 6 can be a couple points off just from the air. It really all depends on how you're doing your stuff. And oh no, you're good, man. Really all depends on how you're doing your stuff and how consistent you are. Yes, certain factors can make points a huge difference, like points off or half a point or whatever. Um, in the grand scheme of things, this is just my personal opinion. Coming from somebody who's been doing this for a while, you want to try and get all of your knives at the
Specific.
Lego giggle at the specific hardness that you're aiming for with whatever steel that you're using. I know you said before you used 80 CRV2, which is typically what I use. I use that or 8670, which is the US version of 80 CRV2. You want to get those points as close to the same as possible. But at the end of the day, the difference between a 61 and a 62, the normal consumer is not going to know or do anything with that knife that's going to show that difference. Because most of the time when people get a custom blade, they use it to open up their packaging and take cool pictures on Instagram.
P&W, no, sir.
Hell to the no.
Absolutely not.
Even though twins and triplets run on my side of the family.
Absolutely
No, no. Twins or triplets, we're both going to the hospital. We're getting cut, snipped, burned, tied, whatever it takes, because no mas. Yeah, you can get a hardness tester file, HRC 40 through HRC 65. It's like $58. Hold up. There is a ACD hardness digital hardness meter durometer hardness tester. That can't be right because it's only like $28, but it's portable. What? With large LCD display for rubber, tire, plastic, thermoplastic, fluorine, bowling ball. Okay, that's why. Not made for steel.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I was even like, I don't know.
he said good point, Chris. He meant to say Chris because you said get burned, snipped, whatever.
Oh, whatever the hell they have to do to the both of us. Like, we will be one and done. Because any more than 2 or 3, she'll find me hanging from the rafters with the noose around my neck. Like, nah.
But
Daddy.
you also wouldn't have to be the one that pushes them out. So I say no.
But I would also be the one at home racing.
The machine I was looking at was 700-ish analog, no digits.
I gotcha. Yeah, my buddy that lives in Alabama, Josh Howard, the guy I was telling you about when you were live, lives in Rogersville, Alabama. All of his machines are like antiques. Like he's got a Bridgeport mill that's taller than I am. That was from a factory in like the 1960s. He's got a hardness tester that's probably about 3 foot tall that sits on his table. It's got to be an antique hardness tester. Mm-hmm. But we all know how precise the older machines were. So I get it. I would do the same thing if I had the funds. But at least with the hardness testing files, it kind of gives you a better idea of what you're at. I just test my shit and give people a range. I know that like air and certain factors, humidity can change it by a point or two. But I mean, you're not going to be selling your knives to like a SEAL team member and hoping that your knife doesn't snap because they may die. If you want to go down the bushcraft route, that's awesome. I've thought about it myself. But the knives that I sell to people, like they're not doing anything crazy. Case in point, this knife that I made that I'm sending to PNW, I made it literally so it could be like a kiradashi, a whittling knife. Nobody's going to take this out of the woods and expect to survive with it. And if you do, the wrong tool for the job. But with PMW, he does a lot of carving with pens or making pens. It's a perfect little utility knife for that. I actually designed these to be box cutters, and because this is to see somebody pull this out of their pocket, it's a lot less aggressive than, hey, hold on, let me pull out this pocket foldable machete just so I can open up this box in this retail setting. People are going to lose their shit and be like, oh my God, bought this like either. Like, oh. So that's why I designed that. But I've got other designs, like my Apex model. It's not really big enough to be a survival knife, but if you had to use it as a survival knife, it'd be good to go. But that's 5160, so leaf spring. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I tried to, because like case in point, I know that knife that you
Hey, Lauren.
burned the tip on, which I've been there, no shame. Um, and I'm not making fun of you. I've literally done that multiple times. Hey, what's up, Lauren? Um, you made that design so you could take it to knife cutting, like knife cutting competition. This would be called.
Yeah.
It's the
Watch out.
it's the competitions where people like cut ropes and stuff like that. I forget
Yeah.
exactly what they're called. You made that design specifically for that purpose, and it looks like it would be a great design for that. Where can we view your products? Just go to SoCal. We have a Facebook page. I have an Instagram, and I also have a website. So Instagram, website. What's up, dude? Facebook group. You have an Apex model. Kind of got to buy one, I think. I do have an Apex model, and I also have a Apex Art folding knife that's currently pre-sale on our website. I only have, well, I have a picture of it on our Facebook page. Much like Cat Williams said, I'll wait. When you come back, I'll show off the Damascus Apex. So what is everybody else up to this fine evening? See, this is why I hate like how delayed the reactions are. I asked a question. He was awesome. He goes, where can we find yourself? He goes, awesome. If you have an Apex model, I kind of got to buy one, I think. I'm at work battling that chest virus that's going around. I'm almost through it. Oh no. Do you have the super pneumonia?
What was it called? What's it called? That
Adenovirus or something like that?
something.
Adenoviruses? Yeah, adenovirus.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that arc. I appreciate it. I made one out of Damascus that I'm still in the process of finishing. So this is random pattern Damascus that I actually made. This is the arc. And I did a really deep etch on it. And then I tumbled it tumbled it, so everything would be blended. I still left the marks where I forged it because it is hand forged. Oh, RSV. Um, but yeah, it's 36 layer, uh, 86 7 or no, it's 80 or V2 or 8670, I forget, and then 15 and 20. And it's getting whoops too far. It's getting why did I just go blank on the scales?
Oh, the
Corian.
Corian.
It's getting Corian scales. So I just have to finish it up. I had it almost all the way done, and I noticed that I didn't grind my bevels quite thin enough. So I'm actually regrinding it, and then I'll re-etch it, and then I'll rebuff it, and then I'll finish out the handles. Corian sucks. And then I'll sharpen it, put a logo, and do kydex. So it'll be done in like 2 weeks because I'm slow. That's all good. Thanks, BMW. Thanks, Billy. I really appreciate it. Really want to respond on the live video from what I'm responding to on here, but I can't. All good. All good. I am not laser etching my logos. My logos are electro etch. I use a template. I'm trying to see. It's not really a good one. So many pictures of the ring. So many ink pictures. God dang. I use a template and then I use an electro etch machine. If I can find it. So many pictures. 10-hour drive. So here's a good picture. So this is the folder that I designed, and then this is the apex that it's designed off of, to where you can see the comparison. I'll be listening. Oh, I know, boo boo. Don't know where that music was coming from. If I can just find picture. Why'd I go?
I'm just all balls to treat the blades, and I can do the grinding on them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you can get stuff like water jet or laser jet, like that's the way to go. Because the whole profiling every single knife sucks. I just recently got a portable bandsaw to make that easier, but I do not do CAD work. I absolutely suck at it. I've tried and I tried, and I can't wrap my mind around it. Can we zoom in? Can I zoom in more? Why you say no? Blue, why are you blowing ass, bro? Yeah, you can't really. Well, you can kind of see it. So, did he shit his pants? Because it's like he shit his pants. So that is my maker's mark. Um, digitized knives for you, bro. Okay, cool. It's not really showing up good on this one. Let me go grab another knife so you can see a good picture of my maker's mark.
Here.
Move. Please stop farting. So that is my maker's mark. It's a star and it says BSD. And so I've got templates made, and then I've got an electro etch machine. Put down etching solution, mark, etch, pull it off, clean it up, good to go. But I would love to get to driver's level to where it's like laser, go, meh, done, perfect every time. I'm not there. I'm trying.
He said Ken Faulkner does CAD for a living.
Okay, good to know.
We'll put like in a bucket. Purple. Blue.
Yeah, I've got
Blue.
I've got my first Damascus blade that I ever made available. It's a chef knife. I've got, once I finish it, I'll have my second Damascus available. And then I'm working on third and fourth right now. So I did stand my with cable Damascus. So I've got cable Damascus in the center, and then I've got two pieces of steel on the outside. And then I'm working on my last piece of Damascus that I made was ladder pattern Damascus. And I've got one regular, and then I've got another Sanmai that I'm working. But the difference is this one is Damascus, and then a piece of steel in the center. So just trying different things, throwing shit against the wall, see what sticks. He has a channel, and he's as cool as the other side of a pillow. Well, I gotta go check him out then. He's such a cool cat. Wouldn't say he's a cool kitten because I don't know him that well yet. So. Ken Faulkner 5544, 420 subscribers,
420.
which is fantastic. I assume this is the guy you're talking about. It looks like he's got an EDC addiction. I've never experienced Damascus. Dude, it's fun. It's addicting. It likes to mess up if you don't know what you're doing. But it's a cool process. Yeah, Ken. Cool. Subscribed. Yeah, the first Damascus billet that I did just because of time. And I was like, oh yeah, I know how everybody does this. I'm gonna try and do it my own way and hope for the best. So instead of cutting and restacking, I just folded. And the Josh, he was like, I've tried doing that before. Never worked for me. Good luck. And I was like, okay. So I ended up folding it like 3 times, I think. And I was good, but the very first fold that I did on the edge, I had DLAM, and I was really hoping that I could fold it and get it to stick again. And by the time everything was all said and done, I've got just a little piece of DLAM still on the knife. But if I can give you any piece of advice that I had to learn the hard way, when you go to temper Damascus, if you do not have it clamped to something straight, it will warp. Ask me how I know. First piece of Damascus that I did, it warped like a sumbitch. And I had to take it to my other buddy's shop who taught me how to make knives, and we had to use the service grinder. And we took the knife down from like it was thicker than 3/16 to about an 8. Which on a chef knife, not a problem, but we had to take a lot of material off that bitch to get it flat. And I still had to fight with it a little bit to get it more flat. No bueno. Not a good time. Okay, I'm going to put this live on the TV. Phone is about to die, so I won't be talking, but I'll be watching and listening. Word! Is it just pretty, or is it actually better than high carbon steel? It's just pretty. There's no such thing as that anymore. Back when they used to make Damascus, they were folding it to get out the impurities to make it a usable billet. That's why everybody was like, oh, Damascus, it's superior. We've gotten to the point now with technology to where like things are already superior. Can't get them more superior. What's up, Luke? Question mark. Or Drew?
Probably.
Or Zach? Syrian Damascus. Yeah, absolutely. The original katanas, it was the same concept. Uh, what is commonly called root steel, but wasn't always the same thing. They would fold that iron, get all the impurities out, where you had a usable, hardenable steel. And it's not necessary anymore. Like Damascus, it doesn't do anything but just make it look pretty. But when a layer flaked or chipped off of the underlying layer was still sharp. Yeah.
It's
Ah. You can do some crazy shit with Damascus. My buddy Josh, he figured out that you could make canister Damascus, but you could put 3D filament inside the canister to whatever shape you wanted. And all you do is use two different types of powdered steel. Once you compact them, the 3D filament will melt. Quit trying to eat cat shit.
I had unmuted that.
She unmuted me, so you heard that. Dog was trying to get into the cat box. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. So he figured out he could put 3D filament into canister Damascus. And at the point of him forge welding that canister, the 3D filament would melt off, but that powder was packed so compact that it kept that shape. So he did a houndstooth Damascus blade with the Alabama A bolster or guard, excuse me. And it looks sweet. I'm not an Alabama fan, but like it looks really sweet. As long as you can 3D print it, you can make whatever Damascus you want. And that's amazing that we've gotten to that point with our technology. Why are you being such a douche? Don't be a butt dog. You were eating cat mocha last night. Oh. Yeah. And then the fun thing is at Josh's shop next weekend, I get to teach Kydex making. So I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the dog. We have two healers. Like that's their middle name. Because healers, and it doesn't matter if they're outside dog, inside dog. When they get bored, they get distracted.
That's why I give him a bone.
Massive pains in the butt. They have to have something to do. He's distracted with a bone. Great dog. When he's not distracted with something, he's a douche. When Ruby's not distracted with something, she's yelling at strangers out the window.
Yep.
Not out the window. Inside. She looks out the window. That stranger's walking by.
She barks at everything.
She barks at her. If it's truck driving by, she's gonna bark at it. UPS, FedEx, USPS, she barks.
School bus.
School buses, she hates school buses. And I'm like, kids, you like little kids? Apparently she hates the bus. But also with her and Blue, they were both abused when they were younger. So we're still, at least more so with Ruby than Blue, we're still trying to work through like some bad habits and some things that like, not to sound that way, but like trigger her. Like she hates belts. I've never hit her with a belt. She's never hit her with a belt. She hates belts. She's scared shitless of belts.
Yeah, which tells us that at some point, whenever she was a
She
puppy,
got beat with a belt.
So
she likes crinkle toys. Doesn't like the sound of plastic. Like a Walmart bag scares the shit out of her. Crinkle toy, tail's going everywhere. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Teach douche at least clean some. Sanctity. I read it. It's forever in the video.
Oh, message.
Blue, you gotta stop farting, bro.
Oh, he said technically usually.
I gotcha.
Yeah, he's like dropping bombs, and I don't know why. I just let him outside.
Dude, it is not Hiroshima. Stop dropping balls. Woo, slip of the tongue. All right, I gotta go. Carly didn't get a good look with the. Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you, Justin.
As we sit over here, sitting in mustard gas from the dog. Wanted tech for abbreviation. You're good, man. What's not good is what's coming out of this dog's butt.
Well, he was bugging me to go outside, so I was like, well, maybe he has to go, poop. I don't know if he did or not, but
By the way that smells, I would say the pipes are probably clear. It just smells like it's shitting himself. We have carpet in here. I really don't want him to shit himself. Be like that poo-apocalypse we came home to one day.
it was awful.
Yeah, that was awful.
Anyways, with our errands that we had to run today, we did get some more thread for the
Hey, Farvo, what's that place? oh, you mean Shenanigans? I love that place. I named the video Saturday Shenanigans.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Great reference.
Yeah, I was confused though. I was like,
bonus points.
I was like, cool, but and then you pointed that out. I didn't know what you ended up naming the video.
That's so sick.
Anywho, we got some more copper thread for the hank, and then we also picked up some other. This is metallic, but just a bunch of different colors. Silver metallic, and then we got some denim.
Denim.
Yep. So figured a little cool on some different hanks or whatever else we decide to. So.
Oh yeah. So I want to show this off because I think it's a fantastic idea and amazing execution. So if you do not know about Kilby knives, Paul Tony Kilby is a hell of a maker up in Ohio. He made a harmonica knife, and I believe it's a folder. I do not believe that it's a functioning harmonica, but damn, that looks awesome. I know it's a folder, but I think all he did was he took the two pieces off the harmonica for scales. But damn, that looks sweet. It's a great idea. And it also looks like he did a hardcore hollow grind. By the transition right here, I would say that it's probably ground on both sides, but like it looks fantastic. So I just wanted to show that off because I think it's a fantastic piece of art. Oh, you weren't comfortable laying that way, so you had to lay the other way?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, got a new thread. So we can do some more hanks. Which means I got to get on the ball of doing those other hanks. We can swap over thread.
Make a dildo.
Well, no. I just want to make like, because I've seen other makers do it before, and it's really expensive to take that amount of Damascus or however you want, Mokutai or whatever you want to call it. But I've seen a turned piece of Mokutai a little bit smaller than this turned into a giant butt plug. I think it's fantastic. Like it's a hell of a thing to like put on your desk as like a paperweight with sprinkles for their pleasure. Foony. Check this out. The ace.
Nice.
Hello. They also have a pin. I don't remember where to go. Captains. The ace.
That's out of stock, though.
Of course. But we kind of need that. Of course, the 8 ball is out of stock. You need that one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lance.
What's up, Lance? Hiya. Yeah, so back to what we were saying. Just taking a step back, trying to be more healthy, develop better habits, all that stuff. Hold on, it's a bitch. Jason. How are you doing, Lance? I can hand deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
No, you got your bone. Quit trying to lick the carpet. Dick dog.
Don't give me that look with the puppy dog eyes.
That shit don't work on us. You know better. What? No. Shut up.
You got your treat. You got fed. Everything's good. Life is good.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's like he forgot. He was giving me the puppy dog eyes, and I reminded him of everything, and he's like, oh, okay. And then went back to chewing on his bone. Maybe he has some, like, memory loss. I don't know.
He's for sure a potato dog. Anybody want a dog?
No.
We do a good home.
He was joking, Blue.
I was joking. No, he's complaining to his.
Uh-huh.
I was joking. We haven't gotten rid of you this far. What makes you think we're going to get rid of you now? Well, so back to regularly scheduled Saturday content. What's everybody's thoughts on the young kids that were playing with sticks and firecrackers in Miami that warranted the entire force to show up? What are your thoughts on that one? We're by the Bayside Mall. And all the scanners were turned to private, so regular citizens couldn't even hear what was going on. What do you think?
I've been to that mall before, too.
Knives and conspiracies. Knives and conspiracies. Knives and conspiracies. Gotta get a new intro. Just for Saturday. I'll just get with Zach and we'll just record me going knives and conspiracies, knives and conspiracies. News lies and people are lame ass, overly sensitive. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. True.
I'm just curious of what's everybody's thoughts of what's really going on. Once again, it's a distraction. Not a fan. But that's what keeps us safe.
What's in your ears, buddy?
I know Lance is only currently listening, and I know Billy's only currently listening, but that leaves like two other people that haven't answered. Like that quick math. U.S. school systems for the win. Financial collapse? I mean, we're heading towards that.
Yep.
Nonsense. I mean, it's not nonsense. Something had to go down. Something had to have happened for the entire police force to show up. Hey, best time to talk about things like this. like the entirety of a police force doesn't just show up, especially the size of Miami, doesn't just show up for nothing. And also, once that shit's put on news, uh, crime is fair game for anybody else in Miami. At least for a good 40, 45 minutes.
I'm saying the excuse is nonsense.
Oh, I gotcha.
Did they bring marshmallows?
I don't know. That's what we're talking about.
Also, there's like no video of like said fight or anything going on. Did you see that flicker on our webcam?
Saw the flicker on the monitor. Hi, NSA agent. It's been a minute.
I was wondering where you guys were hiding.
What do you mean where we were hiding? We're always here. Also, hello, Angela. Are you my NSA agent? One subscriber. That seems suspect. Are you my NSA agent? Because I got some questions. I just subscribed. Wayne Sharp World. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, it's, and I think my agent asked her. Oh, for sure. I, are you my daddy? I think it's absolutely absurd that the entire police force would show up just for shenanigans, which we saw no video of the kids in question. But I think there was also other presence there, if I remember seeing the video correctly. I think that SWAT may have been involved as well, and maybe some state troopers, which, once again, they don't show up for nothing unless they're just told to show up, which is a possibility as well. So then there's reports of creatures that were 8 to 10 foot tall. So we're talking about aliens, Anunnaki, Nephilim, creatures from outside the ice wall, lizard people, crab people, people from another dimension. Like, what are we talking about here? So usually they asked. just curious what everybody's thoughts is. For sure, I definitely think that it was a distraction from something. Just like the slow release of the Epstein flight logs. Definitely a distraction. Then you got a question, what? I like to ask a lot of questions. Because shit don't make sense. Or they want to outlaw sticks. Tool is a tool. That's the thing that I think is absolutely so insane about UK. Oh, we need to outlaw knives. US, we need to outlaw automatic weapons and AR-17s that can hold 47 clips. First off, you don't know about guns. Shut the fuck up. Second off, a tool is a tool is a tool. And I'm not talking about people who are tools, because they exist. If somebody wants to bring harm to somebody else, they could be holding a pencil, and it doesn't matter. It's a concept that I've never, ever been able to wrap my mind around. Oh, well, these kids are killing kids. It's all noise. If a kid wants to do harm to another kid, he's going to pick up a pair of scissors. If a pair of scissors is not available, he's going to have a knife. If a knife is not available, he may throw a chair. A tool is a tool is a tool. It all goes down to mental health and how shitty of a job parents are doing and how great of a job the government's doing with public schools about fucking up kids. Nobody wants to talk. It's all the guns pull. I've never seen a gun on a table shoot someone. What's the X factor? The person behind the tool. Is a training exercise for the UAP events. UAP event. Unidentified asshole patrol? What does UAP stand for? Esoteric, outlaw kids, Luke, get the free book.
That one lady got her friend with eye drop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's a tween.
Community, mental health, and all that. So I agree. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, everybody acts like essentially we have the same concept of mental health in this country now that we had back in like the 50s. Like, oh, it's taboo. We don't need to talk about it. But we kind of have to at some point because there's a lot of fucked up shit going on because people are fucked up. But nobody wants to talk about it. Like, it's so taboo.
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
I like unidentified asshole patrol better.
It's the new UFO term that they have quoted.
Yeah,
I've heard stuff about that too. That people think 2024 is going to be the year that the government says like, "Oh, we're under attack by aliens" or something to do with aliens, because they've already said now that aliens are real. So
Project Bluebeam doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because they can't make a flying dildo in the sky and make everybody think it's real. To use the holograms and lasers. We don't have that technology. Alien. Okay. I'd believe it more if lizard people came up from the earth. I'd be like, oh yeah, that checks out. I know, it's craziness. Craziness. Yeah, I mean, same thing, not to beat a dead horse, but it's like if I wanted to use a dog to hurt somebody, that's a tool, just like a gun or a knife. Not the dog's fault. I'm the asshole that trained the dog to do that. Abuse and poverty and violence. The mindset that attracts that shit over and over. People crack. They either go victim or abuser, but beyond new age spiritual. For sure. Aliens are real. You snap out and the medical system sucks. Oh, absolutely. The medical system does suck. The Hippocratic Oath went out the window a long time ago in favor of profits over people. Instead of doctors actually, I don't know, doing their job.
I've been watching the show Dr. Death, and it's very interesting so far. Just speaking of medical.
They claim aliens look underground, underwater. That's what I'm saying. Like I would fully expect like an Aquaman situation of like Atlanteans with gills than like little gray men.
Aliens are as real as $2 bills.
War of the Worlds. Oh man. Such a good
Hey Brian.
Such a good radio program. What's up, Knife Fam? Drop in and give a like, say hi. I can't stay, spend time with the wife. What's up, Brian?
We appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely. We're just talking about conspiracy theories and shenanigans. Now people are stupid. I get why you wouldn't want to stay. But we thank you for checking us out.
We little Kevin Costners. The Mayans were aliens?
I mean, maybe. Maybe the Anunnaki were aliens. Oh, I said the bad word. I think Angelo may have been my NSA agent. He very much acted like that toddler to raise like, Nice to see you. I follow you now. So gotcha. I mean, this goes back far further than what most people realize. I mean, we've talked about it here with the Tartarians and the mud flood. I mean, look at pre 1850s architecture, technology.
Mhm.
Like we were all told, like back during Wild Wild West, we were all country bumpkins that didn't know how to rub two sticks together. That's in the history book. Like people were tending their farms, and then the Dust Bowl happened, and nobody knew what to do because they were making their own clothes. That same time period, people had uh, moving sidewalks and unicycles that were motorized, and these giant stone buildings, plumbing. Like a lot of technology existed before we were taught that it existed. Now, why is that? Why it was covered up? Who knows? But like all these civilizations that were like ahead of their time, no, you just changed history. You weren't ahead of their time. You just taught all of us that this new industrial revolution that happened in the 1900s is where technology really took off when it's been happening for a long time now. There was Advanced Machinery in the Wild West. Also a great movie. The in depth on stuff he's read might be offense to a certain group. But it the deeper you go, it's the allegory of the cave. Like the deeper you go and the more you look into things, like the less of what the less of the things that you've been taught that you actually can believe anymore. Like it's really weird. Group pretending to be another group. Yeah. But are they really theories when most end up being true? Yeah, dude, we've been seeing that happen since 2020. Well, it's conspiracy theories, but each one turns out to be true. Is it really conspiracy? I don't want to put on that. I don't want to look at the shiny quarter. Question everything, always. Until I get a knock on the door and I open up the door and there's two guys wearing black suits and black sunglasses, and I go, oh no. But it's really interesting as we started talking about the situation in Miami. Our camera, uh, either the green light or the red light flashed, and our monitor flashed for a second, and it's been fine ever since. It's like, y'all really working overtime, ain't you? But I'm just really blunt. CDC, who it is? It's Luke. This world is an illusion, a hologram. Doesn't matter flat or globe. It's a realm, and in a world of illusion, all is lies. At most, half truths. Conspiracy theory is a term that media made up for the truth they don't want to discuss. Oh, like it's been talked about. It's actually been in everybody's face for many years. But like a lot of people, exactly. Which, hi. Um, it's been in a lot of media for a long time. Like a lot of cartoons, a lot of shows. Um, you have to have reporters to cover things, but how do you make something less credible? Have one crazy conspiracy theorist, 'cause then you can just explain it all away. I get tons of flashes. So it's like you got the one crazy reporter going, "Oh, well, I know what's happening. The aliens are probing butts of cows," and all of a sudden you don't have to worry about credible or not credible because the rest of society is going to be like, "Well, look at that guy going." He's got to be talking shit. He's crazy.
Whatever.
Yes. So flashes mean the government's watching live. Yes. I finally made it. Like, y'all think I'm joking when I'm like, hi, NSA? Don't care. It's very blunt. And I have a whole 9 people watching. Actually, like 8 people watching. Whoa, I'm such a big threat. That's funny. I'm abrasive. No. I think that's why we get along.
Probably.
I'm just blunt and I don't care. Part of that's tism, part of that's just getting older. Black guys show up in suits at my door. I'm kind of fucked. Love you guys. I'm not suicidal. I may come back. I may not. I may come back and not be me. Who knows? But you can't suppress the truth. There's always going to be people out there trying to get it out. And the best way to do that is start a dialogue. So I said, what are you guys' thoughts on it? I don't know what's true with the Miami situation. It could be like 15 different things. What do you think? Start a dialogue. Start talking. Let's get rid of the divisiveness and be unified. Because that's not what they want. They want everybody to be divided. It makes them stay in power. And they're ruling a lot easier. Fuck that. Blue. Quit licking the carpet. Yeah, you got smacked by a cat hat because you don't listen. Penelope, what are you yelling about?
She's yelling at the dog.
Right? When you reach the point that threats of death, prisoners don't phase you. Exactly. They did kill her in prison. This place sucks. Yeah, it's like that's the thing that I find so funny with just my everyday life. It's like people think that like, oh well, I've got this on this person, and it's like, think you have something. But there's those of us that just don't care, like have a very much a Gen X like personality. It's like your blah 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 doesn't work here. Put put your what is the phrase? Put your checkbook where your mouth is. Or how's the phrase?
Put your money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is, or shut. But like I said, that's how knowledge is going to get out. That's how. And another thing, like I don't know where the not really compassion, but like respect for one another, like went out the window. Like some of the best conversations I've ever had have been with people that had a different uh, perspective than I do. And now, like because everything's gotten so divided on purpose, like tell somebody something that breaks their frame of reference or challenges their beliefs, and they start screaming out in the street. And like, when did that change? Because like, if we all could just sit down and like, not really smoke weed, but like sit down and have conversations with one another and see like how much we actually have in common. Like, holy shit! You want to talk about unifying America and like, come on, world, give us all you got, because there would be no country on this earth that could stop the American people united. None. What?
I know, right?
That's crazy. If you're a liberal, then you hate Republicans. If you're a Republican, then you hate liberals. Because this country wasn't founded in the middle. Okay, cool. Cool. If you believe in flat Earth, you're crazy. There could be an option C, or an option D, or an option E, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody's having conversations respectfully as adults to grow. You have an AR-18, you're a terrorist. Well, first off, AR-18s don't exist. So, fair. Yep. I've actually seen some evidence. I don't want to say that like I agree with it, but I've seen some evidence that was plausible that were more of almost like a donut shape, like a spheroid with the middle missing.
I mean, Luke would love that.
I know.
He'd be like, yes,
Planet Donuts.
We knew what we were doing all along.
It's sad being a human is like donut shapes. Oval, circle, square, upside down triangle, prism, really don't matter. Like that's lost all my people.
Why do you think we named ourselves CDC?
All reference. But I mean, like, there's you can go so much more in depth with things more so than the normal person wants to dive. Because then you get into like string theory and as pandering as it is, multiple dimensions and multiverse,
different timelines,
and
I saw a video on TikTok the other day that he was talking about. There's a 3D timeline, and there's a 5D timeline, and they're
4D
they're splitting. And I watched the video, but I was
splitting and converging at the same time.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not high enough to watch this video right now.
But then, like I said, like you go back and look at history. Wild Wild West, we were using horses and carts because that's the only technology we had. And then you look to the east, and they're like, "Hey, we've got this 500-foot marble building
The cathedrals and stuff
captures electricity out of the air and uses it for electrical purposes and free energy." And it's just like those can't happen at the same time. Like it makes no sense.
like all the cathedrals and stuff that are over in Europe. They're gorgeous, like the architecture and stuff, and they were built in 1800s and so intricate. So
I mean,
like
earlier than that. That's like
some of them
usually
were
like
17,
1700s.
but still.
Look, okay, perfect example. Oxford University has been around forever.
Yeah.
Oxford University was a university before calculus was discovered. And I think
Yes, I saw a video on that.
I think Harvard or Yale it also started before something was discovered. I don't remember what it was. But it's just like if you're gonna tell a lie and make it believable, get your story straight. Like it makes zero sense. That's all I'm trying to say. And Brian F. same. All my tools were lost in a boat accident. So was the boat. Free won't.
Instead of free will.
Oh. Life gives you 3 doors or roads in front of you. Don't fucking choose. Go completely different direction.
That's free will.
Gotcha. Well, it's just like Blue. Yeah, you've been caught. Get over here. Licking the carpet. Blue.
He's
He
like,
just
I'm not
stops.
doing anything.
Lay down. I don't know what you did with your bone.
They're both behind you.
Just lay down. Lay down. Quit licking the carpet.
Cognitive studies, brains hooked up to PCs. They can tell you what you will choose 78 seconds to actually do the simulation and make a decision before you even know the choice.
Well, like case in point. So I'm in no way bashing anybody's religion. I'm not going to do that. People believe what they want to believe, and I'm not a scholar. I'm not a theologian. I'm not going to tell you because, quite frankly, I don't know. But if you look at historical records and biblical records of like the Jews leaving Egypt, so they left Egypt, it just flashed again because I said Jew, wasn't it? So the Jews. No, I didn't get another flash. That's disappointing. Left Egypt and they wandered through the desert for 40 days. So whether that's because of lack of technology or they got lost or God or whatever you believe in, they wandered the desert for 40 days, according to the Bible. This was the same time that Egypt had all this crazy technology. And there's hieroglyphs that kind of look like airplanes and cell phones. Doesn't match up. Same thing with people being on motorized walkways at the same time that Billy the Kid was trying to shoot a cow for food. Make it make sense. Anyways, already knowing what you would decide, no free will, just so we should go off script like every story. You either live long enough to become the villain, or you die a hero. I like that. And it's crazy with the fact of we're heading towards potential economic collapse and pandemonium and high inflation and all this other stuff. Because when you look at Heath Ledger's famous line from the Joker, um, I'm going to try and find it. So their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble, they're only as good as the world allows them to be. You'll see. I'll show you. When the chips are down, civilized people, they'll eat each other. See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. Whoa. But knowledge is power. And we got to talk to gain more knowledge. I have a conversation with them, even if it makes you or them feel uncomfortable.
This place does its best to distract you from yourself.
Yeah. Are you talking about YouTube or the internet or just life?
Just life. Mandela effect are interesting AF. Yes.
Yes, they are. Calm down, computer. Oh, that's from said Steve. That's great. Yeah. So that's your dose of conspiracy theory for the night. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Sure, my NSA agent did. Rants are fun. Whoa! Stop. Anyways, rants are fun. Fret sprout? What is that? What is fret sprout? He said dehumidifier in winter temps causing fret sprout on my new guitar. I don't know what fret sprout is. Man.
I know, I saw that.
Man.
Fret. An undesirable condition in which the ends of the frets protrude from the edges of the fingerboard.
Hmm.
The sides of the fingerboard should feel smooth and uninterrupted. You'll feel the ends of the frets, but you shouldn't feel them sticking out from either edge of the fingerboard. If you do, you've got fret sprout. Is that what I'm looking at? I mean, I see it, but
I mean, didn't we do something similar to that a couple years ago? That sucks, man.
it says careful filing of the fret ends is the only way to remove the excess metal and get the frets flush to the side of the neck. So, yeah, I saw that. I'm in the chat now.
I added you.
Oh.
So who we got still in here?
T. Yeah, I don't want to fuck up the wood of the neck. Yeah, it said that unless you've done, like you fixed it before, you would have to take it to somebody to fix. So leave it to a qualified professional, I guess. He said, "I'm nothing if not loyal." This is true.
We appreciate that. Appreciate that's about you.
Luke is still here, so you're still watching. So that's 3, and then
I'm one of the ones watching.
I know that's what I'm saying. You, so that's 3.
So it should be Apex and Lauren. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Hey, Ed.
What's up, Ed? What'd you eat?
I know I was going to ask the same thing. Where'd you go? Shadow Man doesn't like that room. Yeah, no. No Shadow Man in this room. Sorry, T. We talked about that whenever we moved the desk in here. Chris was like, T's gonna be so disappointed. No more Shadow Man.
Yeah, exactly. We had McAllister's for lunch, and it was pretty good. I slowed down my typing. Maybe I won't misspell it. I would be so mad.
Mm-hmm.
But he took the pictures and he revealed them. So. Terrible.
Spaghetti at Bravo's. I won't be going back there to eat anymore. Was it not good?
Brabus is usually pretty good.
Yeah, usually. I mean, we don't go there like all the time, but the times that we have been, it's been
Been a long time since we got Brabus.
yeah.
That's it. All right, see if it was one piece or two pieces or three pieces. That's pretty cool. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Hey, at least she's chewing on a bone.
I know.
Not destroying anything. So.
I know. She's so intense about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we've only ever ate at Carrabba's like once. And that was like
It's been a while.
almost 10 years ago. But it was good what we had.
He said, one skill I have is cooking, but Anna only wants girly diet shit like steamed cauliflower with no flavor.
That's one thing that we thought was kind of funny today. So I had an Italian sub from McAllister's. And it had peppers, black olives, onions on it, and arugula. And Alina was like, like 10 years ago, you would never eat this. And I was like, I know. I'm nom.
I had a half a sandwich and a cup of potato soup. It was really good.
We both had pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was straight up like very few vegetables that I would eat. Meat, potatoes, like the pasta. Pretty much all I would eat.
Mm-hmm. Chicken tenders.
Tenders never go out of style.
I can't forget the
Tenders are the classic meal food, like classic food that I can always go back to over and over and over, like an old friend. That and fish and chips.
Hello, tendies, my old friend.
That would make for a good batch.
I've come to.
Is that loaded potato, Irish style or simple traditional? Traditionally. Simple.
Loaded potato, Irish style, simple, traditional. Pretty cool ones. You taste them, you will wonder how great.
Oh, dude, like I may be a carnivore, but like I eat a lot of vegetables now, and I've really come around on like, especially with the fact that I can't do dairy, like a lot of these vegan mixes and stuff like that. We've got some vegan queso right now in the fridge. It's not the cheese you make. We need to make some more cheese. I get that, but it's based like hummus. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But like I'm cool with the vegan. I didn't used to. I am now. Like spice jar of salt mix with warm water dissolved 3 cup full of dark garlic salt. I love garlic.
Yep, of MSG. We have MSG.
I love MSG. I like to use MSG. It gives foods more umami.
Use that to marinate the chicken.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good. I would probably do some apple cider vinegar in there as well. First, and it would be pretty close to. It would be similar to the Chick-fil-A chicken tenders because they just let them marinate in pickle brine.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good. That'd be very good. Little piggy, kitty, kitty. Don't give me that eat shouldn't die look. Kitty, kitty. She's like, no. What are you doing, Link?
I think his mind is so blown that we've moved everything around in this room, so Chewie's right here.
Ruby's right behind me.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and drop it on. Better use mayo, flour, and water, flour batter, flour, fry seasoning. Heck yeah, that'd be really good. Essentially, you're doing like almost like a beer batter marinade, essentially. It'd be good.
There's a spice mix, and I get it from Jungle Gyms in Ohio, and it's the international grocery store, so they have everything. But they have big jars of like different spice mixes, and I always get a thing of guacamole mix, and you can use it to make guacamole, but I put that like that seasoning in almost everything that I
Well,
cook.
so our minds were blown. So not only did we find the guacamole seasoning, but we also found spicy guacamole. That's so awesome.
Mm-hmm. The brine is letter spice.
11 secret
Herbs and spices. But no, the guacamole seasoning is
well, it's like
delicious.
cane sauce. Everybody's like, cane sauce is so good, and it's like 4 ingredients.
Yeah, super easy to make.
So easy to make. It's so good.
Don't make fun of the way I say guacamole. I've said guacamole the same way our entire relationship and my entire life.
And I make fun of you every time for it.
Because in Spanish, it's guacamole. G's or H's, so I say guacamole. Not guacamole.
Well, if it was an H, then it would be guacamole, not guacamole.
Guacamole.
What are we playing? Whack-a-mole? Is it mole sauce? Like G's or H's? Why are you saying a W?
Because it's that's the sound that a G makes.
Ha. That's the sound an H makes. Ha.
So it's
So
like it's like an
guacamole. It sounds like you're like cocking up a loogie.
it's like an H. That's what I'm saying. Like double L's R Y's. Guacamole. Don't give me shit. See? He said guacamole.
Mole, mole.
Now, if I say like guac for short, I will say the G.
Why wouldn't you say it the same way?
I don't know. It's just in my head, like that's what it makes sense. Guacamole, guac.
Why wouldn't it just be guac?
In my head, that's what it makes sense. Mexico.
But she's not from Mexico. She's not even Mohican.
Nope.
She half Cubano. From Cuba.
I mean, I'm not from there, but
I'm from Texas.
I'm not from Cuba, but my dad is.
I mean, your family's still from Cuba.
Yeah.
You're half Cuban.
I am. I'm not from there though. My family is. I was born and raised in the U.S., so like I'm from here.
This is the kind of shit that I have to deal with on a daily basis.
dropping logic on you, and you're just like not having it.
Because it's not logic. You're half Cuban.
Yeah.
Your family is from Cuba.
Yes, they are. But I'm not from Cuba.
Your family's from Cuba.
Yes.
What I was saying.
That's why I was agreeing with you. They came from Cuba to the U.S. and started families. I'm not from Cuba.
You're telling me all this stuff like it's the first time I've heard it, and the whole time that we've been together.
I know. That's why I'm like, why are you having such a difficult time like wrapping your head around this?
We're saying the same thing, just in different ways. Yeah. That's why I'm making fun of
you. See, this is the kind of shit that I have to put up with. This is why my hair's going gray.
That's why my beard's going gray.
Your beard's going gray because you're getting old. And you're a year older than me, so I can say that. You're not Cuban. You're not wrapped in foil.
She's not a good swimmer either. That's why she's only half.
That's true.
Womp womp.
That's why my pubes are going gray.
So for 17 days, we're the same age. No.
No. I was like,
for 17 days, I'm 2 years older than you.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah, for 17 days, you're 2 years older than me.
Math is hard. Touch it right. It's prismatic.
Makes it look more distinguished.
Not the words you want to hear in that situation. Oh, that looks distinguished. Fuck. Really ties the space together.
Touch the gray.
I think that one better.
Sorry, I was cleaning out the litter box. What's up, Lauren? I feel that.
You got 3 cats. We definitely get it.
3 cats and 2 dogs, so you know.
It's a madhouse.
The fun is keeping the dogs out of the litter box.
It's a madhouse. So they say. It's a madhouse. I'm insane. Give me a choo-choo.
First, I thought you said, "Can you hand me a juju?" And I was like, "What?"
You know, her one. Baby Baka, baby Baka.
Chonky cat, chonky cat. Like I rolled you guys yesterday. The kids balls that got turned into the litter. Oh, like I told you guys yesterday.
Oh no!
I'm sure it smells lovely in there.
Oh no! Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. Squeaky. Sir Squeaky. What's the problem? She pulled the clothes off the shelf. Oh.
Accidentally upset Big Red today. Everyone was like, "Give the stuff to Mimo." I'm like, "Why do the number game?" Yes, we all agree. Just give it to him.
Well. Did he go live today? Usually he goes live later on Saturday. We always miss his live.
Yeah, he had an early live.
I gotcha.
beginning of the month is early.
Middle and then I gotcha. Okay.
Date night with the wife. I gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, he is for sure. Well, we're just hanging out, talking, showing off kitties. I am a knife maker and show stuff off from things to things from time to time, and we do hanks and patches and piss off our kitties. Talk about conspiracy shit. We're just hanging out, having fun. Thanks for dropping dropping in on us. I'm gonna put this guy down before he decides to bite me, because I can see it in his eyes. He's over my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Doctor. What's your mom?
No, he's like I'm out.
Oh no! Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we've got several more to do. We ran out of thread, so we had to go get thread today. Let's see here. Make sure I'm following Bud. Bud's 101. Subscribed. Guess I'm your first subscriber? Giveaway used tank. Giveaway one of Lauren's.
If you stay around long enough, Chris will start singing and taking clothes off.
You're not wrong.
He said, "Blow your nose on live." I'm a win. Sell it on eBay.
Yeah, so the little mini like penis tank that we did for Lauren, as soon as we got it done, I took a picture of it and I sent it to him, and I was like, "Do you want a crunchy or not?" And he sent back some very funny memes. I'll stay for that.
It better be used, Chris.
I don't think I've ever gone shirtless on YouTube. You used to go shirtless all the time.
Yep. To the point where I think people got tired of seeing you shirtless.
Hell yeah, they did. Starched. I mean, we can make it crunchy. That's not a problem. Like, why is my hank not folding? The timing is
Oh
off
my
on this.
god, these dogs.
Would Blue drop another
No, I think it
bomb?
was Ruby this time.
Oh. Luckily, I can't smell it yet. So, I listen to guitars and gear change. One set up off, another never set up. Chris Krishner? Kreischer. I'll go for it. Like, he's pretty funny. Not a good actor, but he's funny. Couldn't tell. Back in the good old days when Facebook would only allow you to go 4 hours on the live, then we would just start it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, just talking with people.
Shire.
Is that the sauce? Is that what you're trying to do? Like, I'm way far behind. I think. Woo! I was on a good one. There we go. Oh man.
behind you do you think you have? There's more that you can't see over. We have a lot.
So, yeah, move Ruby. Move Ruby.
Just scoot back slowly. She'll either get out of the way or she won't. There she goes.
So,
Here.
we have a lot of patches. First patch that I got was in 2015.
Sorry, guys.
This is like almost 10 years of collecting. So those two patch mats and the one above it, we just put up.
Yeah.
Because I've been sitting on patches for like 3 years. And I ran out of room. And we were like, you know what? We're redoing this room. We're going to go ahead and put them up. And so, yeah, I got a problem.
It's a lot.
And I have some doubles that I didn't realize I had. I still want to know, and I got the patch, but I don't know where the hell it's at. So the Texas one for OSVG that we got at the meetup, I have a Colorado one somewhere. I don't know where the hell it's at.
I don't know.
I don't either. It pisses me off. Because I was going to put it in the shadow box with my knife.
I got you.
I don't know where it's at.
That's it, damn.
Yeah, I got food patches.
She said, if you want to throw money away, I can give you my address.
It's my retirement plan. What are you talking about? Patches fluctuate like the stock market.
It's not nice to call Lena a problem.
Damn it, I got about 30.
Yeah. Some of the patches back over here are mine, so I have like my own little section of patches.
Yeah.
That I collect there. He doesn't really do patches anymore, but there was a company, I guess, called Golden Tiger Works, and he did a lot of the plumerias because he's from Hawaii, and that's like the state flower. So he did a bunch of different ones of those, and I have some.
I'm mostly a Ranger Eye guy, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, we have a lot of Ranger Eyes.
But I've collected a lot from a lot of different groups. Dan Skins, he's a buddy of mine. I actually got his phone number. I've collected a lot of his patches. Hostile Intent, they don't make patches anymore. They came out with some fucking bangers. I've got a lot of Hate Project patches because that's what got us into EDC. I've got almost a full collection of OSVG. I've got almost a full collection of Detroit Patch Company. I've got a bunch of Ridex. I've got a bunch of Monkey something patches. I don't remember what Matt calls them. We've got a lot of UDE patches. There was a big guy several years ago that did Thread Remedy, and all of his patches were designed by a guy off of Instagram. But they were all like animals with like Tool and a Perfect Circle lyrics. And we've got a bunch of those. I've got a bunch of Deep South. I've got just a bunch of fucking patches. I am a collector by nature because of the TISM. So patches are easy to collect.
He said I got a big red patch, OCD patch, and red phosphorus A
It's a
patch.
game that never ends.
And that's why I gave up other stuff. I ended up with the way not getting in that game. I got enough crap. Like I said, I thought the State Flower was a butt for Hawaii. You want some cool patches? 7think.com. The game that never ends. Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I've actually got see if it's on the board. Yeah. So at the very top of my board, I've got a patch from the Hate Project that was a collab that they did with Ridex called Let the Hate Flow. That's like a $400 patch that I got for not that much. Like
you want it in a waffle.
I want it in a waffle. I paid $40 for it, and people have lost their minds. I've been offered anywhere from $200 to $400 for that patch, and I'm like, I won't be able to get another one. No. So that's one of my prized possessions. But I mean, even the market's gone like this with that. So
yeah, patches are another rabbit hole. Yes, absolutely.
Nah. 7think.com. They got oh, they have a Krampus one.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, shit, and they have pins. Oh no.
We have some pins too.
Oh no.
Our pin collection is not that expensive.
No, not even close.
T said you're welcome.
I like it. I like it. I have to order some patches. Some bitch.
Yeah, we actually haven't bought any patches in a really long time.
Because we've been broke.
Yeah, just because of money, and some of these patches get kind of pricey. So
Well, I mean, not only that, and in no way, shape, or form am I specifically talking about any one company. Um, but overall generality from a collector, there's a lot of people that are just copying a lot of things that have already been done. So, like, to me, patches have gotten a little boring. Um, my personal opinion, not calling anybody out, not being a dick. Um, but like pretty much most of the things that are being done right now, I've already seen 6, 7 years ago. So it's like I want new things. I want things that are innovative. Um, grab that. Not Rydex. What is his name? The Jason that you were like, whoa. What is his brand? It's not Rydex.
no,
It's
shit. You just had to ask me.
I know he did my bracelet.
Yeah.
He did that one as well, and I've got a couple others from him. Not Rydex. What the hell is his name? Um, and I haven't seen him come out with anything here lately.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ronan.
Ronan.
I just like.
Yeah, I was about to say. I remember what his name was.
Anyway, so this patch.
So talking about innovative, talking about things that have not been done, and this was done like 2 or 3 years ago. So this is a Ronan Jason patch, and I buy Jason patches. Like you come out with Jason patch, I'm gonna try and buy it because I love Jason. It's a 2-patch set. That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And he did a great job on it. And it's original art. That's the whole reason why I got into patches was because like to me it's dissolve that shit. To me it's not like I'm not looking to make money off this stuff. Yeah, I joke around my retirement plan, but like let's be honest. The way these patches go, probably not. But like to me, this is just all art. We have art on our wall. And I collect them. So it's like I got some cool shit that I like to look at. What's really cool, a lot of that shit glows. So that's really interesting. What's up, Zeno? Yeah, see?
Well, it says I'm trying to figure out how many knives my wife can tolerate me fidgeting with in one day.
I mean, if you ever want to get a fixed blade, I know a guy. Can point you to their website.
Yeah, so here's the patch like together, and then the mask comes off, and then you have Jason's face underneath.
My black light's still in the garage, isn't it?
It was in our room.
Oh.
I know that sounded really. It wasn't in our room for any weird purposes.
Oh, sorry, Ruby.
But yeah, and then you put them together again. Yeah. So, anyways, when we were putting up these patches, because we've had like drawers full of patches now for 3 years, and finally we put them up, and then I handed Chris this one to put up, and I accidentally pulled the mask off, and I was like, "Oh no!" I thought I like messed up the patch, and then I realized no, it's a 2-patch set. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like the little details that he did with it. So pretty awesome. Now I can't get the mask straight on there again. There we go. It's got On the dresser. Buzz was saying I like that it has one blue eye on this patch, and then Scott Brew is here, so I said hi to him. Hey, Dr. Drew, dude.
What's up, Dr. Drew?
Been needing to get a patch board. Yeah. We just have pieces of carpet nailed to the wall.
Hell yeah, we do.
Hold on. There we go.
So
There's some of the patches glow.
Not all of these glow, but really cool. Like after the lights on for a while, you go through and be like, "Huh, I wonder what glows and what doesn't." Because like it's just cool. This is cool shit. We've got a lot of glow patches. We really like things that glow, or at least I really like things that glow.
Yeah, if you want to get like a patch mat, go to like Walmart or
just get an area rug
and get like a inexpensive low pile rug, and then you can nail it to the wall. That's all these are. They're a lot cheaper than an actual patch mat. What
Drew said. Hi, Drew. Hi, Scott. Yeah, it's so much cheaper to do it that way.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
a lot of them that do glow.
Dr. Drew subscribed. Scott Brew subscribed.
I think one of my favorite patches, and this is one of mine. It doesn't glow or anything, but it's a little unicorn flipping people off, and it says "Eat a giant bag of it." So, just a funny patch.
I mean, it's not yours. You didn't make it. But
No. It's out of my collection.
Do you remember who made it?
No idea.
I don't remember who made it.
I couldn't even tell you where I got it from at this point. Like, I don't know, but it's just funny.
Yeah, like a lot of the patches we put up the other day, a couple days ago, is like patches that we got from Blade Show.
Yeah.
Like I've got one from Blade Show 21 or 22 or something like that, and I was like, "Geez."
Well, I was saying we had drawers full of patches for like 3 years, and we finally put them up. So
yeah. And we've got some funny patches. There's a company that always goes to Blade that they'll have funny PVC patches. Like one of them says "We'll fuck for tacos." One says "We'll fuck for pizza." One of the newer ones we got, bigger the fupa.
the tastier the chalupa.
Tastier the chalupa. We'll fuck for coffee. Like just funny shit.
My wife would like the flipping off unicorn too.
We have a couple unicorn patches.
Yeah, I have another unicorn patch that's like bedazzled. That one's pretty cool too.
And then we also have a unicorn patch from Natalie somewhere. At one point in time, I had all my patches organized by who made them.
Yeah,
That shit's gone.
Not anymore.
So when I'm trying to find a specific patch, I'm like, I'm gonna be here. So I gotta figure out where it's at. Stop. Would you stop? Got some patches of people that don't even make patches anymore. We've got some series that we really liked, and then people would come out with like the third patch and they're gone, or they would only come out with one patch and they were gone. And then we've got some of our own that we came out with.
Yeah, I was gonna say we designed some patches.
OG. The license plate should be over there too.
It is.
A run on in 10 minutes. Have a great night. Have a good one, Brian.
Here's one, the nameplate patch.
The other ones or the other one is on my hat.
Here's this one.
Yeah, OG. from Dan Dak.
Yeah.
Dan Skins.
We have this one with Chris's
Glows
logo.
in the dark.
It's a what is that made from?
Acrylic.
Acrylic.
I'm gonna go grab my hat.
It glows. And then I designed this patch for one of our friends. She passed away a few years ago, and I designed this patch because she really liked the Post Malone song, "You're a Sunflower." I think it's just called Sunflower. But I sold this one, and then we donated the money to Diamond Black Hand Anemia Foundation because that's what she had. So, and then we have this license plate patch from several years ago, and then this is like the OG patch, very first patch that I ever designed. So, kind of cool.
So this is the hat that I typically wear whenever we go to knife shows. So this is the V2 of the $300 patch. It's Alina's acrylic, CBJ. I forget what that says. Papa Bear or something like that.
Ginger beard.
Ginger beard. And then I've got a red one of mine. That's mine. That is now our brand as well. And then I've just got other randos, but I like to support my friends. Start wanting to put them up. Hell yeah. Drizzy. Oh, darker blue probably. Did not know you were in here. Take care, bro. Just have real quick. Yeah, usually like people identify me by wearing my patch hat, and several of these glow. And then I've also got a bag that I got a bunch of patches on. So good shit. Got too many patches.
We just have
Just a scooch. Thanks, man. This was done by Ridex and Detroit Patch Company. It's also hot as shit, so I don't wear it very often.
yeah, it's really thick because of the Velcro.
It makes you sweat so bad. Zach Morris created the patch key. Never too many. What are you doing? I know those chin scratches. What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing?
She's like, I gotta go do important kitty shit.
Listen, Miss Murder Mittens. Why are you stretching out your murder mittens? What's the little piece? Just kick my arm. I was busy rubbing it back.
I can be programmed by Hollywood. I'm already programmed by the Matrix.
Goes out on the school.
What's the cat's name? Our cat's name is Lasagna.
So her name is Penelope. We call her Little P because she is at least a little bit, at least has a little bit of munchkin in her because she's full grown.
Yeah.
But she's fine.
I call her Lil P because she's gangster. She doesn't take anybody else's shit. So
We have an orange cat that's named Chewy, or short for Chewbacca. And we've got a Siamese mix named Link that we call Doodle. There's a story behind the reason why we call him Doodle. Yeah, this thing is like crazy hot. Because all this front piece is just Velcro, so like there's no breathability whatsoever. And so like in a place like Blade,
where you have
all of the body heat,
yeah.
and like as you're wearing the hat, you're just like sweat's dripping down. You're like, my head can't breathe. Made that mistake the first year we went to Blade.
Mm-hmm.
So now if we go to knife shows, I usually just wear a boxer hat because it doesn't make me smell bad. Yeah, I'm sure sometime this year we'll probably get a fourth cat.
Yeah, so we put our oldest down a few months ago. His name was Gizmo, which was very appropriate because he was a gremlin, but
Absolutely.
he was 17, so I mean he lived a really long life.
Looked really good.
He did. He was very spoiled. He was also super cuddly, so he wanted he loved to be held. I always joked that I was gonna get like a kitty holder, like for like a baby Bjorn, but for him, just to carry him around.
And he would have been fine with it.
Oh yeah,
He'd been like, "This is awesome."
yeah. So probably sometime later on this year, we'll probably end up getting another fourth cat. But
Yeah, that's the second cat that we've had that's lived to 17.
yeah,
I think the picture. I think it was on my profile.
yeah. Our other cat, I adopted her whenever I was 13, and we put her down whenever I was 30. So I was like, she had been with me through a lot. Uh, so that one was hard as well. It sucks when your pets pass. Yes, absolutely.
It's the worst. Let's just see all photos. Your photos. This was Gizmo.
Yep.
Who was just tired of our shit that day.
Yeah, he was like, I'm over this.
That was we were advertising, I think, our new Ranger High at that time or something.
Yeah. He was covered up with a blanket too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was definitely a gremlin. He loved to get into stuff. You could show Chrissy.
I know, I saw it. I was seeing if I had another picture of Gizmo.
That cat looks like it hates Earth too. Yeah.
Ruby! So mouthy.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. So this was Chrissy. This was Alina's cat. And she lived to 17.
Yep.
Ruby. This is how skinny she was when we had to put her down.
Yeah. She was a little old lady.
Yeah. And then I don't think so. Well, I had Lily. She didn't make it very long.
She was 13.
Then we had Jade, which that's how pathetic she looked right before we put her down.
She was 15.
Yeah.
So all of our cats lived pretty decently long lives.
I guess that I posted that picture of him in blue in our group. He did.
Where do you want to wake up? Be outside the picture.
There was what Gizmo that looked like he had dick and balls on his face. Because of his nose.
Probably.
I don't remember where I saw that picture of where I was holding him in blue. But he was a good cat for sure.
The white area on his face. Ah.
We saw a cat a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, at a pet store. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was a like a uh, like a Russian blue mix, but it
Hmm.
was long haired. It was like a Russian blue tortie mix. Absolutely gorgeous, very sweet cat. Elena was like, "No, I need to go to home," and I was like, "I know, but I'm not ready yet. It's been long enough." Me and Gizmo went through some shit together. He was my buddy. He was my ride or die. I had Gizmo and Jade before we got together, and
Hmm.
she had Chrissy before we got together, and then we adopted Lily while we were together.
We're like the Brady Bunch of
We
kitties.
we were.
I mean, it's still a pet.
I feel like that there's a story there that I want to hear.
Like on how they acquired a pet chicken.
Yes.
My cat's name is Bob. Bobcat. The dang chicken slept in a dog crate next to her side of the bed.
Oh, jeez.
Cognitive dissonance. Love one animal, eat another.
So Gizmo from Gremlins versus Baby Yoda.
Knife fight. Oh, jeez.
Gizmo versus Knife Fight.
Gizmo from Gremlins versus Baby Yoda. Knife fight.
Oh, that would be interesting. That's interesting, bud. I always thought it was really funny because, like, when we got Chewie, she was really into Mando. In fact, we have a Mandalorian Grogu poster on the wall, and we did a Grogu bottle opener, and we did a bunch of Mandalorian hanks, which we're doing some again because we found fabric. We still have the watercolor Grogu
Hmm.
that we can do some more of those.
Yep.
So when we got Chewie, I was like, "Let's name him Grogu," and she was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
She does not like the name Grogu. She's like, he's Baby Yoda.
Always
But
be Baby Yoda to me.
I love the picture that I saw that was Yoda and shit. What was it? It was Yoda.
Are you talking about the one that was Yoda, the female gremlin, and then
No, no, no,
oh,
no, no, no. It was the one to get Gizmo. It was Yoda and something that they did the fusion to get Gizmo. I don't remember what it was. Or maybe it was Yoda and Gizmo to get some. I don't remember.
I refuse to call him Grogu
He
too.
brings
Yeah.
me gifts at least twice a week. There is an actual. I just heard this today that there's a whole. A lot of people think it's like cats bringing gifts, and apparently it's like an old agreement that was made for cats still do it. And the guy in the same video, and he was like, and people think like cats are just these feral animals that will eat you if you die. It's actually their way of giving you a funeral. And I was like, that's kind of cool. He's like, cats are usually in funeral homes. You never see them eat dead people that are in funeral homes. Only happens with owners. And I was like, fair enough. Valid point.
Got a Mando and the Mickey in my pocket.
Nice.
He loves the animals I eat if they're cooked right. They like to please you. Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable. That's what it was.
Ewok.
It was
Female Ewok.
it was Yoda and an Ewok made Grogu or
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Vegetarian hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up because I thought what he was saying was very interesting, and I don't know the story back behind it.
Oh, about the cat.
Mm-hmm.
They're providing food to you. They bring you like a dead mouse.
Yeah, that's what most people have thought, but this guy said it had to do with some ancient agreement or pact made with cats, probably with the Egyptians or some shit.
Probably.
But I don't like to speculate on things that I am not aware of, so that's why I'm trying to Google it. Because anybody can say anything on the internet. Trust me. I do. But I usually know what I'm talking about, or at least have an inkling. Not just always blowing smoke up your ass.
He said, "What are you looking up, Chris?"
So what this guy said is that the idea that cats bring humans gifts because it's a sign of affection, or that they're trying to make sure that you don't die because you suck at hunting, is a fallacy, and it was some sort of an agreement or a pact that was made with cats a long, long time ago. But I don't know the best way to Google that to find out what I'm looking for. Words are hard. So before like really talking about it and getting into it, I wanted to like read it to make sure that I wasn't talking out of my ass. Yes. Yeah, the Yoda fusion is what I was talking about.
Buds asked, "Where is your join button?"
What?
Subscribe? I don't.
My
I
like
don't know.
subscribe button or contribution to the family? Oh, what do you mean by join button? I'm YouTube illiterate, so help me help you. Are you trying to join the broadcast? If you're trying to join the broadcast, I have no issues with that. I just have to send you a link for StreamYard. Oh, membership $5. Yeah, I don't have one of those yet. I'm not monetized yet.
Yeah.
And I probably won't be for a very long time. Because I do not have the time or the bandwidth to go live as much as what it's needed.
Like I should have sent you that video of C-Bibs or whatever on TikTok. Like how many he posted like 8 to 9 videos a day, every day,
Except for 2 days.
except for 2 days in 2023.
Yeah.
But he also made a lot of money.
Yes, it did. But I don't like it's a full job in and of itself that I don't have the time or the bandwidth for. So
I don't ever want to be here for free.
I mean, I can put up my PayPal if you just want to send me $5. I'll take it. I'm not above that. I just don't have it through YouTube yet, and I probably never will. That's not by my choice. That's YouTube's rules. Ruby, what is your problem?
There's nothing out there.
If you see a kitty, it's fine. You have kitties here.
It's just outside kitty. I told you this before.
Jesus.
There's outside kitties, and then we have inside kitties. They're same.
Yeah, we've only been doing the YouTube thing for
Few months.
And we don't like I can look up the metrics, and like it's laughable how much I still have to go before we can do anything like that. Let's see here.
But you got to start somewhere, so you know.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's under dashboard content, maybe. No, analytics. There we go. So We are up by 9 subscribers. We have 65.1 hours of watch time and 251 views. And I forget, I looked it up before to see what all you had to do to get monetized, and like I'm not anywhere close. So I have to have 500 subscribers, which I'm currently at 56. I appreciate it. I upload the right amount of videos in the last 90 days. I also need either 3,000 watch hours or 40 public short views. And I don't have either of those.
Drew said shorts will get you subs quickly, but they won't watch your long form content.
I gotcha. Me, Dopey, and Lauren. What do you mean, T? Yeah, I don't. You'd be surprised on how many people will pay you $5 a month. Yeah, no, I get it, and I would appreciate it. It's just like, I mean, like, I could do shorts. I've put up, I think, one short. I just usually don't post enough, and that's the problem. And that's a me thing. The watch hours, yeah, probably. Like I've also got a TikTok, and like I've been trying to get my TikTok up to where I can go live on TikTok. And like I've been on TikTok for like 2 years, something like that. And I think I've barely broke 800 people that follow me. Uh, it's it's cool to have people like follow you and exactly T. It's cool to have people follow you and like your stuff and want to see your content. And I'm not talking shit about anybody that does that, but it's literally a full time job, and that's not why I do it. I like to make sharp, pointy things and hanks, and hopefully people think they're cool and want to buy them. That's what I'm trying to do. If I get some people to follow me on YouTube or Facebook, cool, awesome, but that's not my main goal. I'm trying to blow up in the RL. And then I'm going to blow up and I'm going to act like I don't know nobody. But obviously, I know that this stuff helps start a cult. I mean, I'll be your Jim Jones, baby. I make delicious cool. You don't want me as a cult leader. Because everything would be cool for like a month. And then everybody would go, it would be like pure chaos. And I'd be like, I don't know. I tried.
We could be like the Twin Flames people.
Bye. I make excellent. Yeah, like at the moment that pure chaos broke out, I'd be like,
watch out. Ruby's literally right behind you.
Oh my god, you Velcro dog.
Anyways, like I said, we could be like the Twin Flames people. We're a couple. We could do that. Start a cult like that.
Or, nah. Blue, would you stop at the carpet, bro? You're not a Hoover vacuum cleaner.
He thinks he is. Maybe he identifies as a vacuum cleaner.
Not in this house. You're a dog. You identify as a dog.
Yeah, Ruby's like literally right on the leg of the chair.
Try to explain that Avon is a cult to people. Yeah. So is
I mean, that's like any MLM.
Pampered Chef.
Yeah. Any MLM is a cult. Shun them if they leave. They're not friends anymore.
All about the pyramids. It's always been about the pyramids. Speaking of, why are there pyramids on all the continents? If people were so stupid and technology was not existent back then.
We're going back to this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to this. How come pyramids exist on every continent? Make it make sense. Uh yeah. People are fake in a lot of MLMs because they have to be. Because it affects how much money. Oh yeah, you're doing so good, and we're here to help, and that's what everybody does. And then, pyramid. Yeah, this isn't working for me. Bye. You'll never hear from them again. You're on the Knife Cult schedule website. Yeah, I know. Not a call. Little bit. Started one.
Bigfoot built the pyramid.
The Tartarians. Or the Anunnaki. Either way. Yep. T. Absolutely. Born again Avon lady? So, like, was she Avon and then she got out of Avon? Or is she like a born again Christian who sells Avon? What are we talking about here? Built the pyramids using magnetic skids, north side up skid with the north side down pallet under the block. Word?
That second one. Got the Avon.
Sir Jesus would be really unhappy if he knew that she was selling Avon. I would say that to her too. I'd be like, you know, Jesus is mad that you sell Avon, right? Once again, I'm not bashing anybody's beliefs or religion. I'm just have a very sarcastic sense. It's also very dark.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, this is what I need in my life. Put on our own land. He's like, I'll tee off. Here we go.
No pun intended.
Did not say that on purpose. Cool. Yeah, I got some plans for Black Star. I got some plans for my knives. We'll see how the show goes in March, and I got to make some phone calls. I'll probably do that next week.
Mhm.
I'll probably do that on Monday. One of the calls I don't even have to make. I can text the guy.
Yeah.
But I'll probably do that on Monday, and then figure out the clips and boxes, and then I can contact Smoky Mountain Networks. And next weekend, if we have the money, I guess we could swing by Huntsville.
Oh,
Mhm.
basically.
You're getting snow? Well, yes and no. I mean, with one comes another to a certain point. Um, I gotcha. But I mean, yeah, it's This is true. It's once again like history that we've been taught, religious history that we've been taught is not the whole story. That's not good. So it's like, of course, everybody's confused. You guys did that shit on purpose. You look at the, I forget what country it was in Africa. I don't remember what country it was, so I'm not even going to attempt it. They had a Bible that predated the what? You're trying to play with Ruby?
Yeah.
Predated the 16 whatever it was Bible, and it didn't have 66 books. It had like over 100 books. And then you look, it may have been Ethiopia. And then you look at after the church got a hold of the Bible, and all of a sudden it has 66 books, but they left in the verse that you're not supposed to take in or take out and put in from the Bible. The fuck? You're gonna fuck with it. Fuck with it. Like, don't leave footprints that you fucked with it.
And then you have King James, who decided to put his mark on it, and
For political gains.
Yep.
Who, I don't care who you love, as long as it's not little kids or animals. King James really liked that. Supposedly, what the history. It's what history is told. So it's kind of funny. But there was political means behind the reason why he wanted to put his name on the Bible, even though he was a terrible person. You mean the celebration of Yule?
in the winter solstice.
Yep. Where a big fat white man with a beard comes through the chimney somehow?
I just like how Germans celebrate Christmas.
Germans don't play.
I like Krampus, little kids. You're not gonna mess around, because he's gonna grab your kids who are misbehaving and drag them to hell. So
Just very metal.
it is.
Yep, absolutely. My mom, several years before she died, got really into Christianity, which cool. Like, once again, I'm not going to bash what you think is right. She stopped celebrating Christmas, and I was like, "What do you mean we're not celebrating Christmas? Gifts? What the hell?" But now that I've gotten older, like I get it. I didn't know then what I know now. So. But I mean, every major holiday that we celebrate is fucked, and most people don't realize. Also, while I'm on my soapbox, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Fuck Coca-Cola, fuck Coca-Cola, and fuck Hallmark. You shouldn't need a holiday to spend time with loved ones and family. Shouldn't need an excuse.
Yep.
It's all to get money from you. Fascist bullshit. Go spend time with your family. Don't need a holiday for that shit.
Yeah. I joked with my mom and I said, "Well, it's not Christmas. I can't come and see you."
Yeah, it's absolute. That's funny.
He said it's also 7 deadly sin shit. Valentine's, lust and envy,
Thanksgiving gluttony.
and murder of Native Americans. Whitewash it. Xmas Creed as well as an envy. St. Patrick's Day shit, drunken and sloth.
Hey, don't talk bad about the holy holiday. That's really the only holiday I celebrate. I probably won't be celebrating much of it this year, but may have a glass. I do have that bottle of Tullamore Dew that hasn't even been cracked open.
And you have the other bottle of Jack. Jim, sorry.
Special bottle of Jim.
Yeah.
I will not be drinking very much of because it's expensive and damn near impossible to replicate.
Labor Day isn't for workers. It's the 9th month of something giving birth to all of its crap.
Yeah. So
you're good.
My buddy, for Christmas, not knowing that I was taking a sabbatical from drinking, decided to give me a fantastic.
Yeah, he got so after he was like, "I'm going to take a step back from drinking." He ended up getting 2 bottles of whiskey for Christmas this year from different people. But I mean, now it'll just last you a while. Like,
I knew that was going to happen. I was like, watch what's going to happen. So my buddy used to really be into whiskey and scotches, and he got this distiller's cut of Jim Beam. He was like, "Now I can do one of two things. I can either give you this bottle, or I forget what the option 2 was,
Blanton's.
or Bland's." And I was like, "No." So he's like, "It is open. I have tried it. It is fantastic. Apparently you cannot find this bottle." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. No pressure." I will have this on special occasions now that I'm not trying to drink through every bottle every time. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I don't know how much this bottle retails for, but I'm sure it wasn't. Especially for the fact that you can't get it. Personally selected by Master Distiller Fred Nell. This smooth, complex bourbon is his inaugural 2017 release, meant to be shared with friends and family. No, I'm all drink. Interesting. Yeah, I've always been a fan of Jim over Jack.
Yeah, we don't live that far away from Jack Daniel's distillery.
No,
either.
we don't. We're like 30 minutes away from the Jack Daniel's distillery.
We drove past there today.
Some of the blends though that Jack has are actually really, really good. But I've always liked Jim Beam over. And we a couple years ago they came out with the Jim Beam, basically like prohibition recipe. That stuff. So yeah, all the bunnies got to pop out eggs. It makes perfect sense. We've been to Jim Beam once. We went up there, did their new restaurant. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we ate at the restaurant.
We ate up there.
We didn't do the tour. We didn't have time.
Straight room. When we went up there, we did Buffalo Trace, fantastic tour, and tastings. And then we did
the root beer is really good too.
We did Maker's Mark, and Maker's Mark was really cool. We've gone on several distillery tours.
I just like going for like the history.
Yeah, the history is always super cool. The Jack Daniel's one is really cool to do just for the history. Jack Daniel's was like 5. Yeah, and he died. He died because he got pissed off and kicked a safe and got an infection and died. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm a nerd because I like to go on distillery tours for the history, not so much like the tastings of stuff.
We were gonna do the
Yeah, we were gonna.
tour for Four Roses, and they were asking a stupid amount of money per person.
No. So Four Roses, they were getting ready to close,
That's what it was.
and then Uncle Nearest, that they were asking a ridiculous amount of money for their tours.
Well, that's right by us. I thought we went to one in Kentucky.
The ones that we went to,
Uncle Nearest is in Shelbyville.
Yeah, that's not too far
And
away from
it's
us
not
either.
too far from us. Uncle Nearest supposedly is the original Jack Daniel's recipe.
Yeah, but their tours are like $60 a piece, and I
They're
was
not
like,
that
no,
expensive.
they're pricey.
Not that expensive. It's like 30 or 40. But
It's expensive. But
Jack Daniel's, they're bottled in bond, I think it was, or they're single barrel, one of the two that I got to try when my dad and my uncle, or myself, my dad and my uncle went up there. My uncle wanted to go. My dad is a home buddy. He doesn't do anything fun. So we drug him out there. And my uncle paid for us to do their top tier tasting. And I got to try the Elvis mix. No, it wasn't the Elvis mix. It was what's dude's name? Famous country singer. Kurt Mossel.
Oh, Johnny
today.
Cash.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash. I think it was the Johnny Cash mix. That was really good. But it was like bottled in bond or single barrel or something like that, and it was actually really good as well. The lazy and slowly white flour, cut up tortillas, or use biscuit dough is something.
Yeah, biscuit dough dumplings is super easy.
You can also take flour tortillas and deep fry them to make tortillas.
Yep.
I mean, everything calcified. Fluoride and everything else.
The Jim Beam facility go up and smoke or something bad happened to it.
I mean, you live by Jim, did it?
Or no, it was Scott was saying he lived
Uh,
by Jim.
I don't know, bud. Scott, any information on that? I mean, when we ate there, it didn't look like there was any fire damage.
We also don't live that far away from George Dickel Distillery.
George Dickel is in
Tullahoma. We went there, but they weren't doing tours because it was 2020. Remember, but we did get to do like the tasting.
Yeah, they have some pretty good. I'm a bourbon. Also, doesn't help that my dad's family, when they came over, said that sounds about the heart.
I think that was Heaven Hill.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah, we haven't been to Heaven Hill yet.
Okay. Patches O'Early. Cousin of Patches O'Houlihan. Been called word. Yeah, it cracks me up, Scott, that like people are so gaga for blends when Buffalo Trace makes Benchmark, which is the same mash bill, and a half the price or a quarter of the price. They're like, "Oh my God, blends are so good!" And it's like, you want more flavorful blends that's cheaper? Get Benchmark, made by the same place. But people don't do research for anything. That's why I tried to do research. You want this hand bottled, hand labeled whiskey with some horses on top? Or do you want something that's more flavorful and you get more of it for less money without the horse. I don't need the horse bottle topper. I'm good.
They're the Freddy's root beer that Buffalo Trace makes is also really good.
The root beer is fantastic.
Non-alcoholic, just root beer, but
Their,
it's really
their
good.
buffalo cream is also fantastic.
And coffee, delicious.
Or root beer. That was really good.
Yeah, like a root beer float.
Buffalo Trace is really good. They make a lot of really good stuff.
Plus, their distillery is pretty cool. I would like to go. They do like a haunted distillery tour.
Oh, the haunted tour would be
That would be
amazing.
really cool. They take you into some other parts of the distillery that aren't included in like the regular tour. Woodford Reserve is really good. Yeah, you like Woodford Reserve.
I like Woodford. That's fun. Have you seen what her baby daddy looks like?
Uh-huh.
In her rough life. Okay, good. I was gonna be like, no. Yeah, we have a whole lot of distillers in Kentucky. Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
We have a few in Tennessee, but not as many as
But
Kentucky.
Tennessee's getting more and more, but nothing.
No, you go to Kentucky and you're driving through and you just see like sign after sign after sign of like exit for Heaven Hill, exit for Jim Beam, exit for Maker's Mark, like just. And then there's some other like smaller distilleries too, so it's fun.
Yeah, I've thought a couple times that it'd be kind of cool to work at a distillery, but people that do like bottling and stuff like that, like they do some work, and I'm like, nah.
You could be one of the tour guides.
That would be fine. I could do that all day.
Used to live right next door to Early Times.
Hey, so fun story. My family used to own Early Times. Some of their stuff is okay, believe it or not. Some of their higher end whiskeys are pretty good. Just regular Early Times, trash. Yeah, long time ago, that was my family that owned it. You're welcome. Slash, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have any say in that. I know it's trash. Judgment from a cat. So the earlies, when they came, like I said, they settled in Kentucky. Once they came over to America, they kind of split, and there's like three major sects of earlies. We're all distantly related, but like hardcore distantly. My family were dirt farmers because they didn't know shit. Oh, Irish people started making whiskey. Crazy. Yeah, like on both sides of my family, like there's been several points where they've had money, and it always gets pissed away. On my mom's side, it wasn't really anybody's fault. Great grandpa got really sick, and that's where the money went. But it's like, damn, people wouldn't have had to struggle so hard.
Right?
Well, the same thing in your family.
Yeah.
The money wouldn't have gotten pissed away. We'd be sitting pretty right now.
All right. Would have been nice, but it's fine.
People would have just been smarter with their And the messed up part is that my great grandfather was a banker. He retired, had a major stroke, and all the money went to medical bills because he no longer had insurance. What's your pause? The Native American side. I have Cherokee in my lineage as well.
Same.
And it's interesting when you go down the rabbit hole of like figuring out family.
Yeah.
Who did what? Who's related to who? Blah, blah.
Yeah, on my dad's side of the family, the family tree can be traced all the way back to Spain. So they're originally from Spain and then came to Cuba. On my mom's side of the family, I don't really know because it's a whole mess. I'm sure I would have to like sit down and like figure all that out, but oh yeah, no, I would never like do the DNA, you know, 23andMe and all of that. I never trusted that like ever from the beginning. So I was like, nope. And then come to find out that there's lawsuits going on because they're using people's DNA in other ways. Oh, shocker. I know, right, T? That's what whenever that came out, I was like, didn't see that one coming. Mm-hmm. Wassel. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can always add.
What I missed? Or did you guys talk about DNA?
Oh, he was like, so T said no blood cards at great granny birth records burnt in a courthouse fire, plus DNA tests or traps. And I was like, yeah, I know. I didn't trust him from the start.
I can't prove my
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, same. I can't prove it either, but
I think it was my dad's great grandmother that was 100% Cherokee. And I've asked Dad before. I don't. I don't think he remembered, or something happened. I don't remember. But like, I need to know her actual Cherokee name, and then I can start the research process. Uh,
my fam was bank robbers, chain robbers, and ran for office for governor in Oklahoma.
Sweet. Good lineage. My mom's side of the family, we at one time owned the the hell was it called? House of the Rising Sun in Louisiana.
The Hudson River is named after my great. I don't know how many greats it is. Grandfather.
So I'm saying it's good.
Mhm.
It's just not as flavorful
Yeah.
as what you did. Pew pew, pow pow, chow.
You're just making random noises.
Pew pew. Robbers and train
Oh,
robbers. Then governor. Pew pew, choo choo, chow. Yeah, a lot of people, especially when you go back in like their family history, it's very interesting.
that matter relative.
Okay. My Google has just become very messy.
I just love how it's like this, this. Orphan trains are creepy AF. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you doing, little P?
She was letting me pet her while I was in the bathroom.
I think the kids came from underground when a group was hiding, came up with all the tech, and cleaned up ghost cities, ran the factories.
Little P.
Hold, please.
Why? You just ran over to do that. Why? Unmute. We're still here, guys. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Check the back of the actual camera.
It's plugged in back here. Hold on.
No, the cat unplugged our computer
Or
webcam. Saying there's still power. What did you do, little P?
Or YouTube said, this is enough of that. You.
No. Kid, save yourself.
Yeah, everything's plugged in back here.
So unplug what you thought was the camera.
Oh, back here.
That's not the camera, that was the
Okay.
speakers.
Hold on. I gotta follow the cord.
There we go. We're back with that.
Okay.
Camera shows power, so I don't understand. It's still giving me a weird message. So
Yeah. Okay. So I just unplugged. I had unplugged the camera. Watch the little red light.
for whatever reason, when you unplug and plug in the camera,
It mutes us.
it mutes us, which makes no sense.
Oh.
Jiggle.
You're in the wrong place. Go click on search down here.
That's what I was looking for. That's what we needed.
Yeah.
This is not where we needed, but we're in the right area.
You can go back.
I thought it literally said camera, but
Okay. Click back down here.
it's the app. That's not what we need.
Add or click on that.
That's not all I need. But we were right where we needed to be.
What's that?
Okay, so that is working. Why is it not working over here?
Keep chat going.
We're trying. We're trying. Hey, there we go. It was trying to use something else that we don't use. That's what was messing up. We back.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
We back, baby.
Our kitty decided it's enough.
Friends, lovers, continue that topic if you want. Keep track going. We should seek out the oldest knife. First of each type of metal. Don't celebrate anything. We can. That would be insanely expensive, but really cool. So yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Would you stop fucking shit up, little girl? So this isn't the first time that she's messed up our streaming. She's turned off the computer before just because she'll be messing with things like so. So yeah, she literally like walked back behind, camera turns off, walked back, got on the couch tree.
Yeah, she's like, my job here is done.
You little bitch. Why are you messing up our tech, little girl? Oh yeah, you're proud of yourself, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I did it and I'll do it again.
Yep.
So thank you everybody for sticking with us during our technical difficulties.
At least you guys can still hear us, except for whenever I unplugged and plugged in the webcam. For whatever reason, it like muted us. So
Yeah, I had to unmute several times.
I was just trying to figure out like what was going on.
What's going on?
It was exciting. You gained a viewer.
Yes. I'm not surprised what the cats are trying to mess shit up.
We gained a viewer because it's Chris. Chris
I
has
I was already there.
Oh, okay.
You lost you. Eh.
People are like, ow, we don't want to see it.
Exactly. Which I get it. This is a lot to look at. I gotta mentally like get myself ready in the morning when I see myself in the mirror. 'Cause if not, I'm just gonna be like, ah. Don't want to read all of this. Just okay. Okay, so they need some help. Well, that's not good. So they'll win in their end. Still holding strong at 7. Some of y'all like to look at this pretty face. Well, literally, we just have to win when we're in. Sweet. So that's what I thought that scenario was.
So, yeah.
So, Buds, what do you do for a job? I don't think that I am. There's Shadow. Subscribe.
He said, or a different one.
Probably a different one. We are in a different part of the house. Potato knives. Not knives made out of
I was
potatoes.
like, knives made from potatoes.
Knives specifically made for cutting potatoes.
I was like, knives made from potatoes? I don't think that would work very well.
That's why I had to back it up as soon as I said it because I knew that's where your head was going. Were they deep fried knives or like just baked potato knives?
Potato chip knives or
It's not coming up. Vintage potato peeler.
what is that?
It's British antique.
It was antique potato masher.
Interesting. So it's probably a variation of like an Egyptian knife, which their Egyptian swords looked awesome. And they actually served a purpose, the reason why they were shaped the way that they were shaped.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And then oil field.
So if I may ask, if it's not too intrusive, what happened to your wife? Oh, that was tea at first. I was like, you don't have one. So they use something comparable to like old Viking swords and Roman.
Correct.
Damn, dude, I'm so sorry. Like all things considered, though, is like she doing good.
Chris is going down the rabbit hole of looking up Irish knives, like antique Irish knives.
I mean, I are one, so like it's kind of important that I know. The Egyptian sword, I forget exactly what it was called. It was a sweet looking blade. Yeah, she's doing fine considering. Well, that's good, man. Silver lining. The Kopesh. Kopesh was always a badass sword. I want to make one. The Kopesh. So, I'm sure you don't know, there was a very specific reason why they had these curved blade. So, back then, according to what historians tell us, they didn't have really good iron and their swords were very brittle. So, in order to make them not brittle, they made it curved. So, it was actually stronger. It's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Can make like a little handheld. That'd be cool.
Like a mini one.
Yeah.
To get around a neck in a fight. I mean, that would work for that too.
Well, in order to do that, you would have to have the inside sharpened.
Yeah.
Or you could just have the point sharp. That would work too. Go around a shield. But yeah, I think I want to make a mini Kapad. That'd be pretty dope. Because like this would be the knife itself, and your handle would be right here.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to do. I have to think of a name for it. It's always the hardest part. So all of my knives have geometric terms. So I have the vertex, I have the zenith, I have the apex, I have the sign, I have the. I think I did one that it's not one of the main ones that I do. Tangent, the incline shard, apex arc. Those are really the main ones that I do, but they're all geometric terms. So I would have to figure out a geometric term for the Kopesh. Cool. Oh, prism. I like it. So yeah, you got anything else you want to say, honey? Any other conspiracy theories you want to bust up?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, you're just no fun.
I don't have any
Boo.
right now.
The moment that I turn this off, you're gonna be like, oh hey. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Sorry again for the technical difficulties. Thank you so much for the new people that have showed up. Said something about fixed blade earlier. I was thinking of getting a Demco in Magna Cut, but just missed out on the last draw. Okay. Now leaving this, yeah, I got to see. I like Demco knives. Demco makes some really good knives. Demco.
Free reign.
I didn't realize. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I didn't realize he was making fixed blades. Oh, that's a good looking knife. I like the fact of what he did with the G10. That's pretty awesome. It's super grippy. I like the jimping. It's a pretty traditional like knife shape. That looks awesome. It's not a bad price either for a Demco. If you can do it.
Well, he said that he missed out on the last draw.
Well, I mean, when they come back in the stock. Scott in a work tough gear. Nice. Anyways, like I was saying, thank you, Scott and Bud, so much for checking us out and hanging out with us through all the shenanigans and technical difficulties. And thanks to everybody that checked us out tonight because we had a bunch of new faces, which is always awesome. You guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you back on Friday and Saturday.
Yep. Have a good week.
Don't get caught by the men in black. Deuces.